And so today is really a beautiful chance for all of us to take the two commandments and to see that as we put them together, we are being told to recognize the immortal I everywhere. In myself, in my wife, in my husband, in my friend, in my child, in my parent, in my business associate, wherever it is, and it is omnipresent, I must recognize it. And preparatory to recognizing it, I must find it in myself. Because I will try to recognize it with a human mind and I will fail. I will have clouds without rain. I will have vain repetitions. I will have affirmations. I will have words without substance. For only the I of my being can recognize the I that indwells every other individual on earth. You must begin with yourself. You must make the change in consciousness from mortal self to immortal self. That's your beginning. And as you feel this I of you recognized, instead of a me, instead of a human brain, you'll know that your days in the wilderness are going to be shorter and shorter. You'll also know that to emerge before this has been completely clarified, until I in you have been born, until Christ in you is realized, until you have recognized the presence of God in you where you stand, you're not ready to go forth and raise the dead. You're not ready to go forth into divine relationships. You're not ready to go forth protected from the world consciousness of disease and disaster. Now let's do that within ourselves now. There is a turning place. A turn ye and live. Turn ye from a person born of the flesh who lives in the flesh as the flesh. And find a place where the human mind is taking no thought. For that human mind is of the flesh. And if you think with that which is of the flesh, you are separated from the Spirit. Take no thought for your mortal life, for you never had one. You never had a mortal life. The mortal has been the imitation of the immortal. The material has been the imitation of the spiritual. And right where the imitation appears, I am. I in the midst of you am your immortal life. I in the midst of you am your spiritual self. I in the midst of you am your being, and beside me there is no other. Your name is Spirit, immortal Spirit, without opposite, without a mortal selfhood. And that which appears as your mortal selfhood is a cosmic imitation of I in the midst of you. I in the midst of you am deathless. I am immortal. I will always be yourself. Abide in me, and let me rise in your consciousness as the risen Christ. Let me look out through your eyes at this world, and I will show you my kingdom on this earth. I will show you the immortal kingdom of God on this earth if you will let me look through your eyes. Receive me in your heart. Receive me in your soul. With all your heart, mind, soul, and body, Love me above all else, for I am the reality of your being. I am the Christ which has never left you and never can. I am the eternal Christ, Son of God. And I am your being. Abide in me. Let me abide in you. And you will bear fruit richly. For I will go before you. And I will perform all that you are appointed to do. I will even take you through the valley of the shadow of death, and you will fear no evil. For I will be there. And I will take you into your next consciousness. And I will take you into many mansions that the Father has prepared. Do you see that I am the way? I am the way out of the tomb of false mortality that has saddled this earth because it has been waiting for a second coming and ignoring that which is here now as the eternal Christ. Turn ye to this I, and then live out of this I, as this I, and let I live itself as you. This is immortality realized. And this turning is the birth of Christ realization. Let the outer consciousness put up its sword. It no longer need defend anything. I am the Lord. I who transformed water to wine, I who resurrected that which appeared to be dead, I who did the healing miracles on earth, I am the self of you. You need no defense. I am ever with you. What you need is the realization that I in the midst of thee am God. Accept my presence where you are. I in the midst of thee am God. Be still and know that I am God. I can never leave you. I will be with thee always, even unto the end of the world. Now this I is your immortal self, and your recognition of it raises you from the dead. It raises you from the dead now before the body decomposes. It raises you from the dead now before the mind is washed away in time. It raises you into the consciousness of Christ, which is eternal, which is deathless, which is the one and only power in all this world. I, the Christ within you, I live your life as my life. I prepare a table for you in the midst of every enemy on the face of the earth. You need no might, you need no power. My Spirit goes before you. Refer every problem back to I in the midst of you, and I will tell you, before you asked, I answered. Before you sought a healing, you were healed. The only you that needed a healing was the false consciousness, the mortal consciousness. I, the immortal consciousness of your being, is all there is of you. As you let the mortal consciousness die, I will rise and I will step out of the tomb of that mortal consciousness. Fear not, it is I. This is the message of immortality now, not in the hereafter, not after we lay aside a physical body, not after a mythical mortal being returns to earth. This is the message of the living Christ, the omnipresent Christ, the Christ that is your name. As we continue doing this, we find within ourselves a great new power. We have the power to bless the world. We can move forth, and the eye of me instantly looks through the density of human form, looks through the false conditions of human minds, and recognizes the I of itself as the only life, the only presence, the only body, the only being on this earth. There is only the I of your being on this earth, for your I is the infinite I. The immortal, infinite, eternal, unchanging, perfect I is your name.